everybody. It's so good to be back. I can't tell you, it has been 10 years since I moved to Nashville. And in the meantime, I've been a couple of times. And I keep thinking I want to go back and go to service, and it's a drive. So the universe heard my secret wish and got me into Blue Angels. And I am here for service and to see all of you and talk to you about something that has become very important to me. And I will just say this right now. I hate public speaking. So you know how important this is to me, for me to be up here and doing public speaking. Because I'm like 98% of the population who doesn't like to do this. This is going to be a short presentation because I want to give you a chance to experience what some of Blue Angels actually does, and with the help of Carl and Linda. And I would like to introduce Carl and Linda right now, if you don't mind. So would you please stand? Sure. Thank you. This is Carl and Linda Rising. They came from Mount Juliet today to be here. And Linda is a facilitator with Blue Angels, and I'm not Better Angels. Yes. And
Better Angels.
Have I been saying blue all along? Yeah. There we go. Showed you. And Carl, are you a facilitator as well?
We're organizers.
We're organizers.
We're organizers.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Would you ask them to come up front, because I can't see it.
Please.
Okay.
Please. Well, I get Better Angels in my head.
Well, the Blue Angels are in town.
Are they?
Yeah, they are. Better Angels. Not that we don't like Blue Angels.
Yeah, but it is Better Angels, at least to have
Better Angels.
So this is Linda Rising and Carl Rising from Mount Juliet.
Actually, my last name is Raymer.
Raymer.
We are married, but we have different last
Okay.
Welcome. Okay.
Well, Linda Rising and Carl Raymer.
And we are here to answer any other questions. So there are three of us now who can talk
Yeah,
about it, and maybe we'll do a little exercise.
Right. So my hope is that because this is a very short slideshow, we can adjourn for coffee early and come back early and spend some time asking questions and doing more of an experiential kind of work. Yeah. So, thank you. Okay. My story is simply that I married. Oh, Mel can't be here, but he sent these. And he also left in my car, good luck, mi amor, Mele, which is his nickname in Spanish. We've been married for 8 years now. And when I married the most amazing family in the world, hardworking, I'm gonna cry, and loves their kids, and devoted and courageous and undocumented. And to have this experience of the negativity that has come at these beautiful people just hurt my heart. And so I was like, what is the answer to this? Where is this coming from, and how can this be resolved? And I love the opinions page of the Tennessean, and David Plazas had an article about Better Angels and how it was forming in Nashville, and I thought, that might be an answer. One-on-one, people meeting and talking. So, this little presentation has been put together by Better Angels. And it's just a little bit about it. So, I'll just start with the program here. And the mission of Better Angels is to unify a divided nation. Right now we are divided between individuals, between families, communities, and we are divided nationally. Building a working alliance to foster new ways to talk to one another, participate in public life, and influence the direction of the nation. Better Angels believes in working from the ground up, not waiting on national leaders to create change. We start by listening to one another. Better Angels believes most everyone has the skill sets for this, and that it is a matter of becoming more aware and intentional in our conversations. The pledge. As we come together, we emphasize respect, understanding, and common ground. As individuals, we try to understand the other side's point of view, even if we don't agree with it. As in our communities, we engage with those we disagree with, looking for common grounds and ways of working together. And in politics, we support principles that bring us together rather than divide us. Better Angels has a rule. We operate under the rule of balance. At every level of leadership, Blue Angel believes that especially in leadership, there should be an equal number of reds and blues. At every level of leadership, we strive to include both reds and blues in approximately equal numbers. Balance is also sought for state coordinators and for local alliances. Our leaders and members range from working class to affluent and come from many backgrounds such that our organization can reflect the country we seek to serve. So, now a little bit about how this all works. There are workshops with Better Angels, and I will say right up front, the workshops are not, there's no charge for a workshop. It's a love offering. The coordinators and moderators are volunteers. So this is done so that anybody who wants to participate can do so, no matter of their financial standing. All workshop activities are very structured, well, somewhat structured sometimes, and very structured at other times, and they're moderated. So all participants may feel safe. The red-blue workshops are the most structured. They bring together equal numbers of reds and blues. Usually they try for 6 to 8 of each in a group, for each group. And so that makes a total of 12 to 16 people for a workshop. This is a picture of a red-blue workshop. And what is happening is here something called the fishbowl. Has anybody done a fishbowl in here? No. Carl has. A fishbowl is that the group in the middle is all of one particular persuasion. And they're sitting talking amongst themselves. And the people around the outside are of the other group, and they're listening. They're simply listening to what's being said on the inside. So the purpose of this is to come to an understanding of what one's own group is experiencing, as well as an understanding by the outside of what the group speaking is experiencing. Red-blue workshop exercise examples. We just talked about the first one. Well, we talked about the second one. The first one is stereotypes. And I'm sorry, I don't know why this slide does this, but it does. The first type is stereotypes, which is simply a discussion with one's own group about your stereotypes that you believe, the stereotypes you believe the other side has perceptions of your own group. And why are those true? And why are they not true? Is there any truth to them? Is there some wisdom to be gained from that or not. And then the other exercise is what I just showed you in the picture, the fishbowl. So mostly this is an exercise in interacting with each own's group, having discussions, and then gathering and seeing, what did we learn? What did we gain from this? What was surprising in these discussions? The red-blue workshops use either half-day or full-day formats. Hundreds have been held around the country. Thousands of people have attended. Nashville itself has had 5 red-blue workshops since 2017. Then we have the skills workshop, which we're going to play with a little bit today with the help of Linda and Carl. These are half-day, less structured, less formal than the red-blue workshops. The participants do not have to be in equal numbers. And so this is more about practicing listening and speaking than it is about the more formal red-blue, of really focusing on what the other side, what our own side is doing. The skills workshops can be done anywhere, and they don't depend on the balance. I've skipped ahead, but skills workshops help people, let me go back. Helps people have constructive, non-polarizing conversations with those who disagree politically. Builds knowledge, skills, and motivations for these conversations. And they're a shorter format. So here's some testimonials. We talked to people this weekend. I was very, very impressed by the dynamics of that. If you did 20,000 of these across the nation, you would change the world. I truly believe that. Keith Johnson, Republican. It smashes a lot of the stereotypes of what one group or another group is supposed to be. Julie Sparks, Republican. I did end up liking them as people. Talking is not overrated. Angela Brown, Democrat. By my lights, the most innovative, constructive, and eloquent response to the national nervous breakdown we're all enduring. Paul Taylor, author and former executive vice president of Pew Research Center. After a red-blue workshop in a particular community, the community is urged to come together frequently, meet on a frequent basis as an alliance. So the alliances are local partnerships of red and blues, and those in the middle, dedicated to tackling issues together. These alliances stem from red-blue workshops, allowing persons to continue the work they began together. Our name. From Abraham Lincoln's first inaugural address in 1861, he declared that though passion may have strained, it must not break our bonds of affection. He called for the mystic chords of memory to be touched by the better angels of our nature. And I'm going to read to you that whole quote. We are not enemies, but friends. We must not be enemies. Though passion may have strained it, must not break our bonds of affection. The mystic chords of memory stretching from every battlefield and patriot grave to every living heart and hearthstone, all over this broad land will yet swell the chorus of the Union. When again touched, as surely they will be by the better angels of our nature. Thank you. I can read them very well, can I? So there are some plans in the works for some new kinds of workshops that people I've talked to are very excited about. One is called a debate, a Better Angels debate, that is more issue focused, and somebody said, oh, maybe this group would be a good, I don't know what's with forerunner of a debate. So something, just putting it out there. Also, there are new workshops being formed called Depolarizing Within, because the recognition as this work was done is that each of us experiences conflicts within ourselves as to our values and as to what should be done, and that depolarizing within helps unite within oneself those conflicts so that we may in return help heal the conflicts around us. There are plans to expand and partner with other depolarizing organizations with the purpose of targeting media polarization. Questions? We'll do a talk back. And we're going to hand out a sheet with more information so you have it to take home with you if you're interested. So what I'd like to do is go ahead and take coffee break now and come back at 11, and we do about a 20-minute exercise and then do some question, answer, comment time. And Carl and Linda are going to help with the exercise. Has anybody, did you come up with a topic?
We'll find one.
We'll find one. If you have a topic you'd like to try an exercise with, think about it. We'll consider that when we come back, because we're open to ideas for topics that you might feel is divisive, that you'd like to see an exercise and how to work with that. Yeah? Okay? Thank you very much. Appreciate you all so much.